Hello everyone. In our last video, we have started with the adder. We have seen half adder, full adder. Then we have seen triple carry adder. In triple carry adder, we have seen that as we will go for higher number of wider range of adder, then the delay is going to increase and your output will not be correct, may not be correct. Then in order to avoid the delay, we have gone, there is a delay for a carry to be generated in triple carry adder. So we have gone for carry look ahead adder. We have seen that in carry look ahead adder, the carry is generated over here. We are generating the carry at the start only, means we are not waiting, like for C2 is not waiting for the C1 to be generated. It is calculated with the help of the propagate and the generate term present and the C0 term, which is an input carry. So, but we have seen that if C1, C2, C3, C4, you can see the number of stages are increasing, number of terms, and terms are increasing, all terms are increasing. So, we have seen the delay. The delay part is very important for carry look adder. We have seen that total 4 gate delay we are getting for this 4-bit adder, but for that 26 gates are required. The 26 gates we have calculated 12 for the SPG stage and this 14 gates for the this stage. Now next and a very important point is, if we go on increasing, like here this is an example of 4-bit adder. If you go for 8-bit adder, then the problem is the advantage is the gate delay is going to remain 4 gates only, but this 20, instead of 26 gates, the number of gates are going to increase. Another, so 4-bit, 16, 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit. So the number of adders requirement, the number of gate requirement increases a lot. That is one drawback. Another drawback is, so over here we have seen that the number of inputs, as we are going from C1, C2, C3, C4, what is happening? The number of inputs to the gates are increasing. Here the 2 input is there for AND gate. Here is 3, 4, 5. So if we go for, this is for 4-bit adder. If we go for higher bit adders, then the number of inputs will increase huge. And if the number of inputs are increasing, then the number of transistors increases and the delays increase. Now, so we have to go for wider range of adders. So now next we have to see how this, if you want to increase, right, if you want to form a higher bit adder, how we can proceed. Now this is one option. In this option we are using 4-bit carry look ahead adder. See, this here we are forming 16-bit adder using 4-bit carry look ahead adder. See, this is nothing but what connected in a ripple carry manner. So C out of this is C in, C out of this is C in, right? So overall, right, this is nothing but a 16-bit. But here, as we know that in triple carry adder, here this is fast, this is fast, this is fast. Individually it is fast. But here what is problem, that the C out, the carry of the first stage is acting as the input to the carry in of the next. So C out will be calculated depending upon the P. This is carry look ahead adder. So depending upon the C out will be calculated very fast, because it is like carry look ahead adder. So it is not depending upon the all the carry to be generated, but when it is given over here, and then after calculating it is given over here, and when Cin is present, then this calculation will be done. So this 16-bit adder is better as compared to the ripple carry adder, but again there is this rippling of carry is there. So in order to avoid this rippling of carry, we can go for hierarchical carry look ahead adder. Now hierarchical carry look ahead adder is nothing but it is using 4 adder. Here you can see what I'm doing. We are doing here we are using 4 carry look ahead adder. Now one important thing, this is also carry look ahead adder. This is also carry look ahead adder. But the important thing, if you can observe, there's a difference. Here C out, but here we have C out is there. No doubt it is generating sum, it is generating the carry, but along with that it is generating P and G term also. Now what is P and G term? Now here what is happening? This propagate term. Now this propagate term is nothing but it is P3, P2, P1 and P0. This is nothing but we are what over here what we say if the carry is generated. Now if the carry is generated, right, definitely it will propagate, and if all the propagate terms is equal to 1, right, then this P term will be equal to 1. So this P is nothing but P3, P2, P1 and P0. Now and if a generate term is nothing but what the carry will be generated. Now over here you can see if I consider this first term, right, now here this G0, right, now G0 is nothing but this carry is generated over here. Now this carry is generated over here and this carry will be propagated, right, if P2 P1 means higher stages, a propagate signal will be 1, P3 P2 P1 will be 1. So this is a term indicating over here. Now G1 is nothing but generated over here. If G1 is 1, then all the higher propagate term, if it is 1, then this carry will be generated. So this G term will become 1. So depending upon that, right? Depending upon that, you can see at in this 4-bit carry lookup adder, for every 4-bit carry lookup adder, this P and G term is calculated. Now, what next we are doing? See, this is 4-bit, 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 and 4-bit. Now here, after doing this, what we are doing? Here your 4-bit addition is ready. Now what next we are doing? We are using a next stage of carry lookup adder, in which instead of this, see this is 4-bit carry lookup adder. So here normally what you have A0 and B0. What you add? A1 B1, A2 B2, A3 B3. So instead of having this A0 B0, here we have G0 and P0, and depending upon this, right, the carry will now C1, C2 and C3 and C4, right, see this C3 and C out, right, this will be calculated depending upon this calculation, this formula. So depending upon this formula, right, your C1, C2, C3, C4 will be calculated. So you can see over here. So this is nothing but what a first stage, right, in which 4 carry lookup adders are used, in which the main difference is we are using this two extra terms we are adding, this P and G, and those two terms is output to the next carry lookup adder, and finally you are getting the carry out, and this carry out and the sums are available in this carry lookup adder only. So this is nothing but what 16-bit carry lookup adder with 2 level of hierarchy. Now here also we are generating PNG. That means this gate can also be further connected to any other, like if you are taking a third level of carry lookup adder, so this PNG will act as a PNG term like this. Here also we are generating, and this can be connected to the next carry lookup adder that you can see over here. This is nothing but what we are forming 32-bit adder. In 32-bit adder, you can see we are using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 4s are 32, right? So here we are using 8 4-bit carry lookup adder. Now every 4-bit adder is generating P and G term, right? That P and G term is acting as the input to the next level of the 4-bit carry lookup adder. Now output of this 4-bit is given to the next 2-bit carry lookup adder logic. So here in this way, here it is forming a 3-level of hierarchy. This is first, second and third, and you can see this all these carry lookup adder will work in parallel, right? So here this is nothing but what SPG block that we have seen previously. So this is, if suppose if this is generating, this is taking 2 gate delay, this will take 2 gate delay, this will take 2 gate delay, and this will take 2 gate delay. Hence the total gate delay is 8 gate delay. So in this way, right, we can form a hierarchy and we can increase the number of bits. Now next is carry skip adder. Now carry skip adder. Now here what is happening, if over here, if the carry is generated, right, now with the help of this what we are doing, C in bit, which is nothing but an input carry. This is 4-bit adder. Now in this what we are doing, if this is an input carry, now this input carry is given to the skip module, and this skip module another input is nothing but one input P3, P2, P1, P0. If all the propagate terms are 1 and if Cin is 1, then the Cout will be directly calculated, and that means this Cin will not propagate over here. So Cin will skip this stage. Hence it is called as carry skip adder. That you can see in this diagram. Here this is a simple ripple carry adder, C0 4-bit adder. Output is given to this next stage. Now here what is happening? C0 is the input. Now this is nothing but P0, 3 is nothing but a propagate term which we have seen. This is nothing but what a propagate term. So P3, P2, P1 and P0, if and of all, right, if all the propagate terms are 1, then this block signal P0, 3 will become 1, C0 is 1, then AND gate output will become 1, and this OR gate output will become 1, and C4 is 1. That means here this stage C4 is automatically ready depending upon only C0, right? So here your C0 will skip this block. So that is a main benefit. So this is helpful in wider range of adders and it will speed up the operation. Next is carry select adder. Now in carry select, this is also a very interesting adder. In this, see, this is nothing but what we are forming, suppose 8-bit adder. Now 8-bit adder, what we are doing here, this is a 4-bit adder. This is 4-bit. See, here we are using ripple carry. So this is 4-bit adder, this is 4-bit adder, this is 4-bit adder. Now here what we are doing, the lower terms, right, here we are using this suppose this 4 bits are added and here you will get the lower 4 bits answer. Now here what will happen, now here you can see these two adders are doing the same addition. The only difference is here the carry in is 1 and here the carry in is 0. So here is nothing but, see, the main problem over here is when we are doing this operation, at that time we are not getting carry, carry is not ready because it is this block is calculating. So what it is doing, simultaneously this block and this block will be calculated, and here what is happening, both the possibilities are calculated with carry in 0 also, with carry in 1 also, and the output sum is given to this mux and this carry is given to this mux, and this is 2:1 mux, and carry out of the first stage, that is lower 4-bit will be acting as a select line. So if it is 0, then it will select the 0, that means this output will be selected, and if it is 1, then this output will be selected. So in this way, this is advantage is, right, it will speed up, but the main problem over here is number of adders required. See, in order to do the 8-bit calculation, 8-bit adder, we need 3 4-bit ripple carry adder. So this will increase the number of gates. Then again here in mux also we need 2:1 mux. 2:1 mux for each bit. How many bits we have? Here we have 4-bit output plus 1 carry bit. So total we have 5 bits. So 5 2:1 mux is required. So due to which the number of gates requirements are more. And the carry save adder, which is nothing but a last adder. In this, normally the C0 bit is normally we are taking this as a carry bit, but instead of taking this as a carry bit, we can consider as a 3rd bit. That means here we can do the addition of 3 data A, B and C simultaneously. So A0, B0, C0. Now this sum is the final S0. This carry will be given to the another ripple carry adder. This sum is given, so this X0, Y0 is nothing but the carry of this and the sum of the first we are adding. So we'll get the S1 So depending upon this, we are adding the